The main thing with this, guys, is how do we talk about this without like ruining the show? I'm genuinely like, what's the starting point?
I know. It feels like I don't even want to talk about a twist at the end, blah blah, because then people are expecting it. It's so much more fun when you can just literally experience it without any information. But it's already too late for that.
I know.
So we will
it's
say,
okay.
Yeah, it's a political thriller. It takes place in our White House. Murder happens. Whodunit? Deep dive into human relationships with a twist.
Hey, you sold it. You have that off. I'm so fascinated by both your characters, but Julianne, you're like this uber rich, uber powerful, multi-billionaire. I have to ask, was there any like Elon Musk in the back of your head when you were doing this? Because it felt so
not
controlling.
for a second did I think about him. I was only interested in female bosses, and so that was where my research was mainly.
Yeah.
And then the woman that Dan wrote, the sort of complicated history and grief and the toll life can take on us even when we have all the money in the world.
For sure. How did you get into that like mindset of just being this like the most powerful person in the world? Sorry, President.
That was actually, he knows.
Yeah. We knew this even before we took on these roles.
It's true of real life also.
Yes.
A life imitating art, imitating life. Yeah. Actually, the hardest thing for me probably was trying to own that confidence walking into a room and feeling like that she had all the power, no one was, owning that space was probably the thing that I had to pay the most attention to, I would say.
Like shoulders back.
Exactly.
You did it very well.
Thank you.
And also, welcome back into the President's office. Second time in the White House. It's impressive. Your second term. So you've played JFK before in The Butler. What was it like to get back into being the President of the United States?
Well, it's never been a role that I ever saw myself as being considered for. I never thought of myself as being a very presidential-like figure. I like that too much.
Go on.
I like that
Go
too much.
on.
You're so charismatic, though, from what I can see.
Go on.
Yeah.
What else about me?
Yeah, what else? I don't know. I mean, the Butler was, it was, the presidents were more peripheral characters in that movie. It was more Forrest Whitaker's story, so it felt a little less daunting at the time to take that on, although it's never not daunting to play that man. Mm-hmm. But this time around, fictional character who is the president, but under very, very different circumstances. And Dan had written the character to allow me to have some fun with the role and to also then dive into all of the things that are not very presidential about him, or the sort of fractured side of him and the human side of him, and so the side of him that's desperate for a friend and for connection. And so it was really less about presenting yourself as the president and more about a snapshot of this human being, of who this person is. So
it felt so human.
Yeah. It was. Because he's really, for that first episode, he's running around drinking and smoking and womanizing and singing. So I get to be the dipshit myself and go have fun with it.
When I was first watching it, it's like the setup of The Office, and there's this picture of you with Bono. Obviously, straight away spotted
that
Irish
jumped out at
Bono.
me too.
I would love to know from you guys, if you got a picture with somebody, who would you just have to frame it and put it in your room or your office?
Oh.
Who would meet that Bono threshold for the president?
I would instead of have a photo with someone, I'd like for a famous person to draw a portrait of me.
Ooh.
Okay.
As a wrap gift.
Love that.
I love that.
She had a photo of her character drawn by Meryl Streep.
Stop it.
Yes.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, we
that's
don't have enough time to
that.
get this picture out. Please tell me this story. That's amazing.
We worked together. I think she might have given them to well, maybe anyway. On exactly.
It was just you.
On August, Osage County, we worked together, and she drew a picture of my character, and there was a quote about the character, and then some other little details in a frame, and she brought it to me, and it's a cherished possession.
How cool is that?
It's
I have my
cool.
answer now.
Yeah.
I want a photo of Meryl Streep holding the drawing of Julianne.
Right. It's like Inception of portraits. I love it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
I don't have time for any more questions, but thank you guys so much. Such a pleasure to meet you.